Board games, it's what I'm singing about. Board games, I'm not gonna shout. Board games, it's what I'm singing about. Board games, I'm not gonna shout. I am starting off this streaming with a little bit of singing. And here I am in my room. Yesterday we were trapped in a tomb with a vampire in Warlock Firetop Mountain. And next week we're gonna travel again. But today I'm singing partially about board games, it's what I'm singing about. Board games, I'm not gonna shout. So, hello and welcome to an episode of Busy Beats and Board Game Blether. I'm just going to go into Twitch and change the category, which is always automatically set as talk shows and podcasts, to try and change that. But I am Bez. I love board games. I haven't played any board games yesterday, but you can't. We do have other recent highlights. We might tangentially talk about card games or LARPs or video games. It's quite holistic here. And today it's all about chaotic musical shenanigans. It's all about what is going on. It's all about just playing some things on the keyboard and sort of seeing what happens. So yeah. There we go. I'm just going to edit this to be music. Okay, so it is music, and stretching time side to side, 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 stretching time side to side. Okay, there, that's a wee stretch. Thank you, Stream Elements, for reminding us to always do a wee bit of a stretch. Now, if you're watching this live, or even if you're watching this after the fact, feel free to let me know. What have you been enjoying recently? What have you played any games? Have you eaten any nice food? And yeah, I was cooking dinner for the family last night. It was red lentils, sweet potatoes, red onions, a few courgettes on top, star anise, bits of cinnamon, maybe a wee bit too much pepper, tiny bits of salt, and paprika. So talking about other recent highlights, let me try and sing a song that I wrote this morning. Looking up whilst walking all around this morning, trees stand bold and take hold, majestic against the sky. The sky is grey and old. The air is crisp and cold, and two birds take off to fly. But the flight was just too quick, so there isn't any pick. However, I can even feel my joy and memories with what I saw of these majestic trees, which are relatively still. And so that's a wee song about this morning. So let's carry on. That was my recent highlight, having a wee walk around and enjoying the sound of the birds coming in. And for a moment they were in front of me, and I spied and I walked slowly up to them, thinking maybe I can take a lovely picture. But then, without me even moving, just by turning my gaze, stopping, after 10 seconds, they flew away. Other highlights, I watched a film last night with parents, Victoria and Abdul, it was called. Apparently based on a true story. I would be interested to read a book about this. I read a wee bit more of The Gamer's Brain, which in this instance it was all about memory, interestingly enough. And it was about attention and about how to hold people's attention and make sure that people are learning properly. It's far more to do with video games and board games, but I'm definitely finding it useful to understand a wee bit more about the psychology. If I had one criticism, it would be that I prefer footnotes where it goes into the full statistics, so it actually tells you the summary of the study. Instead, it does give you the name of the person who conducted the study and the year, which presumably would be enough for you to look up yourself, but rather than saying, hey, in this study, most people found this, I was like, I don't know, is it not allowed? Would they have had to pay something? I don't know. But it feels like I would have ideally liked a footnote that said, oh yeah, the statistics, these many people were polled, these many people were tested, and this is the results, like this percentage of people didn't notice the gorilla or whatever. But anyway, that was a really good book. And of course, yesterday, reading The Warlock of Firetop Mountain, that was good fun. I am playing a couple of rubbish games on my phone. And I say rubbish games. And when I say rubbish games, what I mean is that there's not a lot of content. I mean, there's a lot of grind. But then I was listening to an episode of Mind Games, the Mind Games podcast, and they had an episode about grind. And so the Mind Games podcast, it seems like they were saying, yeah, some people just enjoy this. And if you enjoy it, it's not really grind, is it? Like there's one game where it's just algorithmically generated, you turn things to make a network, and there's an advert that you have to watch between every couple of levels. So every couple of levels there will be a new advert that you need to watch. But I am enjoying it. I'm getting a sense of satisfaction from making this network all perfectly connect. So yeah, even though it's not the most clever game or the most going on or loads of content, it's still bringing a bit of relaxation and joy into my life. So maybe sometimes, as long as we're mindful that, okay, this is all about relaxation, it's okay if there's not lots of content and if you're just doing the same thing. And it's making me feel more and more like games. What is a game? A game is in the eye of the beholder. Because Mark Rosewater says that's for a young person, maybe Snakes and Ladders is a game. So yeah, Snakes and Ladders is a game because the young person feels it has some agency. And by the same token, I feel like a game is a game when it prioritizes the emotions that you feel during the task rather than the outcome. When it's outcome based, then I consider it to be work. When it's process based, then I consider it to be play, I guess. And if you've got rules, then yeah, sure, it's a game. So without further ado, let's talk about a brilliant thing. Brilliant thing. What's a little thing that is brilliant? So what's a little thing which is brilliant? Water is pretty brilliant. I've talked about water before. I wish I had a wee bit more water now. I was looking at it this morning and thinking, do I have enough water? Maybe I won't refill it, but I should have. This is a lesson to me to always refill my water in the morning. And hello, CD. Good morning, good evening, good night to you. And I hope everything is wonderful. I heard that Australia is not allowing people in for a year until the end of 2021 at least. I don't know if New Zealand is doing anything similar or if you're just keep sticking with the 2-week acceptance period. But it's lovely to have you and thank you for joining me. Just singing a few random songs, and you know what I'm going to say for the brilliant thing? The brilliant thing is people. The brilliant thing is people acknowledging each other. When it's a stranger and then you say hello, good morning, and then they say hello, good morning, and you're walking and you're talking and you have this little connection, and that changes your mood, and yeah, then suddenly the direction of your mood is changed, and it's like we're all crazy, we're all deranged, but we all need this connection to others because we all want to be part of a group. And when you're ostracized, that's a part of a hoop that you need to jump through. And so when I'm walking around, to say hello, good morning, and then to hear the sound of them saying hello, good morning back to me, that is a brilliant thing. Wow. So New Zealand as well, borders closed. Wow. Okay, crazy. Oh my gosh. Well, there's no man. Wow. I guess I'll have to find out what's happening with. Wow. This is going to be a strange year, isn't it? Let's sing a song about something completely different. So if you have any questionably quick questions, feel free to get them in. But I am in Glasgow. It is 10:12 currently. The sky is grey, although I think you can just about tell that it might be blue. Like there's a faint hint of blue through the clouds, although that might just be the darker clouds actually. Yeah, it's more like grey and white and black. There's no blue at all. There's like a bluish tint all over. Anyway, that is the weather and that is everything going on here. So yeah, let's me flash that up. And whilst walking down the street, I saw someone from a profile view, and I thought that it may be somebody that I knew. So I called Amy, and they turned to face me, but it was just a case of mistaken identity. True story. No change though. Only residents or citizens can come in, or special exceptions like pop artists. Oh, there you go. So let me sing a few songs. Feel Actually, I'm going to try and So this is the first two lines of this song are based on something that I've heard by someone else playing. What have I cooked? I cooked courgettes and sweet potatoes. It was fragrant and pleasing to the nose. And red onions, because I like them a lot. And I threw all of these into a pot with some spice, maybe a bit too much pepper. I thought it was nice, but it was a bit too spicy for another. And there were red lentils, and that was my first time cooking with red lentils. And I'm proud of the dish of my red lentils. It was the first time that I cooked with red lentils, and I was proud of this dish of mine. So there we go. CD's been harvesting lots of beans and peas. Oh, nice. As in, you grew them yourself? That's quite an achievement. I'm impressed. And hello, Elaine, it is lovely to see you. Thank you very much. Broad beans, marrow fat peas, white long beans, and yes, from the garden. So I want to kind of try to play something that I've not played before. It was the song that I sang on Twitter, which you might have heard me sing. If you follow Twitter, I know not everybody here does. But there's someone called Monique, also known as a Game Freak girl, who was basically inviting everyone to sing some song that they enjoy singing. So there's this one song that I heard in a film that I just can't find anywhere else. And there's only 2 lines of this song. And those 2 lines go like this. You may be a fire, you may be a false alarm, you may mean me some good, you may mean me some harm. 'cause I don't know you. I don't know you. I don't know you. And that's the thing, like, no one recognizes this song. I just can't find out anything about this song. I just can't even remember which film it was. And there were, I promise, only 2 lines of this song before it went into like a jazzy refrain. And hello, Alex, I'm just talking about this song that's, I think, literally only had 2 lines. You may be a fire, you may be false alarm, you may mean some good, you may mean me some harm, 'cause I don't know you, I don't know you, I don't know you. So that's it is literally only 2 lines, and that's all it is. And it's like tantalizing because I don't know what comes after it. I don't believe there is anything that comes after it because I once heard the full thing, and it's just like 2 lines of a vocal, and then I think it might have even been recorded just for this film. And after these 2 lines, there's just an extended jazz solo, and the jazz solo, I'm not going to try to recreate this, but it goes something like this. And then I can't remember the rest. But while I was singing this for Monique, I added a couple more lines, and this is what I added. I can't remember, I'm sorry, CD. I can't remember the film. I can't remember anything about it, and it's just been haunting me for decades. It's just been haunting me since I watched it. True story, I used to have a jazz CD that I got rid of, and why did I get rid of it? I don't know. I had ripped all the songs onto my hard drive, but I've lost this hard drive. This hard drive is inaccessible to the eons of time, and that's such a shame. I didn't realise that it would be so evocative, and the fact that it was on this one CD that I heard, and then I heard it separately on this film. But it's like, wow, coming from it 2 places. Anyway, you may be a sinner, you may be a saint, we may be a lifelong love, or this may turn to hate. 'Cause I don't know you, I don't know you, I don't know you. And CD says, I hate that, yep, same. And just catching up, have I missed anything from chat? We've had, neighbour taking bowls of veg too. There's like lots of nice gardening going on over at, with at least one person in New Zealand. And Elaine, what's Elaine been up to? Coffee and crumpets, that does sound good. Do you have crumpets with dripping butter? Crumpets with raspberry jam? You know, you could have crumpets with cheese. Or even crumpets with ham. I like crumpets that are a little bit savoury. Especially now when I'm trying to avoid sweet. Maybe peanut butter if I want a real treat. But Marmite, okay, so that's what it is. Upon this crumpet. That's the best. Okay, so that's an amazing line, and then it goes nowhere. And so I feel like I just want to add more to this song, but at the same time, I'm not sure where the copyrights or anything stands on that because I can't even give credit. But it is, I mean, maybe by talking about it, by commenting on it, by talking about this song that's been haunting my brains, and I'm just going to say that this 2 lines, these are super arresting, and hopefully by giving some sort of wee review, that makes it totally legit for me to sing it. You may be a fire, you may be a false alarm, you may mean some good, you may mean me some harm, 'cause I don't know you, I don't know you, I don't know you. We may be a sinner, you may be a saint, we may be a lifelong love, or it may turn to hate. I don't know you, I don't know you, I don't know you. Do we know anyone, even ourselves, as we get deeper and deeper and deeper, deeper we delve? I don't know you, and you don't know me, and you don't know you. Oh wow, Elaine managed to find it. That could totally be it. That rings a bell. Wow, Elaine's Google food is better than mine. Shortcuts. Whoa. Let me write it down here. Shortcuts. That's the I Don't Know You song. Wow. There we go. So, thank you, Elaine. I mean, if you could, are you able to now find any sort of video of this song? Are you a VIP? I can't see on this who's VIP and who's not, but if Elaine's not VIP, then so yeah, if you can find like a video of this song, that would be like the most amazing thing. Okay. Yeah, library work coming to the rescue, eh? That's amazing. Okay. Now, here's a totally different song. What am I going to sing? Yes, stream elements. So if anyone's wondering, the old internet has been turned off. I am hotspotting from the phone, and hopefully we will set up the what's the router hub, and we'll set that up today, and we will be going with the new internet service provider. So fingers crossed, tomorrow we will have better internet. Feel the rhythm making your hips start a swaying. Yeah, and the beat is pumping and dance. If you know you want to but don't know if you should, you have nothing to lose. Dance, gonna dance, we can dance. We can dance, dance, dance. We can dance, we will dance unless you'd rather not. Be the first on the floor, who cares when there'll be more? Now is the time for your dance. If you know you want to, but don't. So all of these songs are songs that I've not sung for several years, so you'll have to forgive me doing an extended piano solo when I basically forget all their lyrics. Who cares when there'll be more? Now is the time for your dance. Be the first on the floor, who cares when there'll be more? Now is the time for your dance. If you know you want to, you have nothing to prove. Get on, do your dance. You can dance, you can dance. We will dance, 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 dance. We will dance, 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 unless you'd rather not. We will dance, dance, dance. We will dance, 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 dance. We will dance, 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 dance. Give it all that we've got. Oh wow, amazing! Oh man, this is amazing. Okay, can I I'm going to try and go on to Twitch and thank you, Elaine and CD. So let me, and Elaine isn't a VIP. I need to change that. Because you are special to me. But okay, I followed that link. It's going to take a while to load and probably make. Okay, so so glad you have such musical ability, Bez. It's lovely. Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you to say. And thank you for lurking, Alex. It is lovely to have you. I'm going to try. This is a tune that I wish I had a sustain pedal for, but I'll see how it goes. you are not going to get banned for posting links, but man, it's just going to take me a couple of minutes, and I'd rather keep playing. But Elaine, I promise to change your thing, but so this is a tune that I made up. And the truth is that whenever I play things, there's lots of improvisation. So it was never quite the same, but as I played it tens or even hundreds of times, eventually it's like, okay, this bit works well, I'll do a bit more of that, I'll do a wee bit more of that. And there's bits that are always the same, but there's definitely a lot of bits that always differ. And that's a tune that came about because, yeah, this is one that I think I made up decades ago. And thank you very much. You know what? I'm going to take a very quick break from playing the keyboard just to make Elaine VIP. From playing the keyboard just to make Elaine VIP. I am playing, and in a moment I will be playing more songs. Community roles manager. That's new, that's the way that I go. Is it next pun? Is it? Let's check if I've gotten the correct person. Okay. Elaine, if you say something, then see if you can share a link now. Hopefully you can. And yeah, try it and you should be a VIP now. So Elaine's got to think for a song. But yeah, now you are. Okay. Ooh. Yes, you are. You're totally responsible enough. Oh my God, this is amazing. Yeah. Brilliant. Oh, thank you so much, Elaine. This is amazing. I'm going to check. Oh, I am really looking forward to listening to this. I am looking forward to this so much. Oh my God, thank you so much, Elaine. That means so much. I'm super excited for that, genuinely. Okay. Having to inspect cellos. Sounds good. And so yeah, wow. That is exciting times. You know what, even though I'm going to try and transpose this all an octave down, just because the keyboard isn't quite as long as I'd like. I think a full piano is one more octave, top and bottom, so this is kind of missing 2 octaves, for anyone cares. Yeah. Okay. I will keep my hopes in check. Sorry, I'm going to leave that up because I've been told before that I turned them off too quickly, but I'm going to keep my hopes in check. Thank you very much. Okay. This is a song about a weird subject, and I had some really. Let me know if you want to guess what this tune is about. So yeah, that is something that I don't want to call it composed because composition suggests like a bit more rigor and a bit more effort maybe that I put into it, but it's something that I improvised, let's put it that way, many years ago. And you are incredibly welcome. You deserve it. You are such an important person. Thank you for being here. And I wish those icons were actually bigger on my screen, but sleep well, CD. Lovely to catch you, and I hope that you have a great day tomorrow and have a good games night. I was so tempted to add a tag at the start of this to say it's not safe for work, just so that I could maybe sing about some things that might be of an adult nature, nothing of a distressing nature, but just things of an adult nature. Although no rude words, just I mean, am I allowed to talk about BDSM and not put in not safe for work, or is that hurting my supposedly squeaky clean image? I don't know. Anyway, you know what? I will. Oh, a cello night. Going to take that off. Um. Oh yeah, I wanted to sing another song, which is about a concert. Um. Oh, oh, the king, start to sing, making me think that maybe life's alright. We could dance all day and dance all night. Oh, the king started sing, making me think that maybe life's alright. From to me, cause I'm too tight. And we're side by side as they start to play the guitar melodies. We know they reach 'em deep into my soul. Speak of lust and joy and hope, and I bare my teeth towards the show. Because I cannot help but smile, I see myself, my spirit rises Ecstasy, it seeps in me. Now I stretch my lips so wide, and all I want and all I need it is right here in. It takes me higher and higher and higher and higher and oh, 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 me to lift me up into the skies, and then I saw him, and that wouldn't be alright. But at least I have lived and I have loved and I have felt so good and I have felt like I've been taken high above. I feel like spirits lifted high. I feel like this is it tonight. I wanna relive this alright. This is a dreaming, singing, dancing as the crowd is streaming. And I say thank you for the concert. Thank you for the show. Thank you for the music. But then I have to go. Thank you now for everything. And we all dance tonight. We'll dance all day and they all sing alright. And this is true. Maybe it is beautiful. Maybe it is wonderful. Because it's just a moment that we have in time, a moment that we had. And yeah, in case it's not obvious, that is a song about the Kings of Leon with a few allusions. Stretching time back and forth, says Stream Elements. And so I am going back and forth and back and forth. And this is my stretch, and feel free to stretch or not. It is entirely your prerogative. So I'm going to lift my knees. I'm going to lift my other knee. And yep. Ooh, feel like I need to do a You know what? I've got a stand right over there. I might actually next time, I don't know, put up my stand just so that I can stand whilst doing this, and then I can get a wee bit more into it. That's the point when you will know, hey, Bez is really getting into it because there's the keyboard stand and Bez is standing up while singing. Although having said that, then I might not be able to look at any lyrics that I've written on the computer. Speaking of which, I said that I was going to sing some songs about board games, and I know that I've sung these all before, but yep, I'm going to just sing them again. This is my voice, and this is a melody as the pitch goes up and down. I use it to amuse myself and keep me company as I'm walking around. And as I walk around, everything that I happen to see can be translated into words, I think. And then these words are unleashed. When someone says the very things that I feel, The things I think are true, with the rhythm and the pitch and a very real emotion pouring out to you. The words take shape with musical tone, melodic poetry. And when these feelings reflect my own, it's our shared humanity. So here's some songs about games now. I mean, I just realized that when I was writing these, there's so many references to guessing its name. It's not the oldest game, but the one of which you're guessing its name. But this is the best I say to spend a day, enjoying and exploring as you do a bit of thinking. And this is, in my opinion, the best game. Sin it, I just don't get it. Drill and I think is quite poor. Some folk think chess is best, but I disagree. Because the game I'm talking about is so lovely. If you've got 3 players or more, the game's not so great, but still I adore the handicap system, which will allow you to easily switch the folk that you play with. You simply give another stone or maybe 9, and that's normally handicap of mine, because I'm not very good, but still it is very much food for thought, and I have got so much joy from this game. It's not the oldest game, but the one of which you're guessing its name. It is the best, I say, to spend a day enjoying and exploring as you do a bit of thinking. I think this is the best game. Senate, I just don't get it. The royal game of I think is quite poor. Some folk think chess is best, but I disagree. Because the game I'm talking about is so lovely. I don't like games where you have to move things back and forth, because I think it has been proved that in these games you might get a stalemate, and that makes for a lousy game night date. I would rather have a game upon which a grid things are placed, and if it carries on indefinitely, well, then you can be disgraced, because it is, I believe, mathematically impossible to keep on going on and on and on and on and on and on. Senate, I just don't get it. The royal game of I think is quite poor. Some folk think chess is best, but I disagree. Because the game I'm talking about is so lovely. And the game I'm talking about is, of course, Go. I think everyone here has heard that one before. But if you had not heard it before, if this is the first time that you're hearing it, if you're listening to this after the fact, then, try to guess the song before I finish. That can be your challenge. And I hope that for those of you who are hearing the songs for a second or third or fourth time, I hope it is not too boring. I just want to kind of explore what key these should go in and sort of, really are hearing me practice these songs. Oh, speaking of which, if anyone has any suggestions for any songs that are copyright free, maybe like Amazing Grace, that's a good one actually. That I could maybe try to learn and incorporate into my repertoire as well as originals. I'm a tree and I just need a little light on my leaves for energy. I must be large, I must take charge of all the sunshine we have. It is all for me. I may sound mean, I may seem green, but that is just the humble life of this old tree. I'm a tree and I just need a little light on my leaves for my energy. Each day the sun moves, rotates, and this proves we must think ahead, so we know that we're fed with all of the light, of which there is none at night. But still, where I go and go will help decide. Will I go tall, grow old, then fall? Or am I doomed to never be high? Or am I doomed? There is a strange fruit of unusual hue that made this game, and that's your final clue. I am a tree, or maybe free, and I just need a little light for energy. I must be large, I must take charge of all the sunshine we have, and it's all for me. I may sound green, I sound mean, but that is just the humble life of an old tree. Me, I'm a tree, 3 or 4, and I just need a little more of the light on my leaves for energy. There we go. And is anyone still watching? Yep. So for those who don't know this game, this is another game that I absolutely love. It is a perfect information abstract strategy game. It plays 2, 3, or 4 players. When obviously there's 2 of you, then it's purely based on how well you play, and it's got a bit of engine building, which is really interesting, and a strong theme, which is interesting for a perfect information strategy game. Normally these things have a little bit more hidden information or a little bit luck somewhere, but anyway, this is a game I absolutely adore, and obviously with 3 or 4 players, it's going to come a little bit into, okay, who gets blocks. But it is, of course, photosynthesis for those who need their guesses to be confirmed. Okay, let me... Yeah, so Elaine, just for clarity, all of these are old songs, by which I mean I actually invented them all in the last few months. I think there's actually a couple of songs that I sent to you personally. I need to listen to them, like look back for our Facebook messages and write down something. And so, yeah, I think there's a couple of songs that I sent to you that I've not actually sung on my stream. But yeah, anyway, all of these are written within the past couple of months. But anyway, feel free to guess or not. It's up to you. If you feel like, oh, I don't know this one. If you've heard me on Tuesday, then in the end, we're not gonna die because we can always beg. But we'll feed ourselves, or at least we will try, with veg or an animal's leg. It's a hard life we lead, but this is the way. If we want to feed, then there's no time to play. We're storing the food, it's not just for today. Let's please not go out and beg. Let us raise cattle or let us bake bread. Let us grow people and make sure they're fed. What's a profession that you'd like to do? Well, after draft, let's make dreams come true. Let us find clay and let us find stone. For somewhere to stay, we'll expand our home. Let us find reed to build a new roof. And for our pastures, maybe a cow hoof. And that's all I've written. This is the humble life of a worker, it's full of strife. We just keep toiling on, and on and on and on. This is the humble life of a worker, it's full of strife, and we just keep toiling on and on and on and on. And every round we find more things that we can spy, more things that we can do. But we'll fight over them, me and you. Only one person can give birth, and that's a strange manner, or this improvisation isn't going well. Anyway, let us raise cattle or let us bake bread. Let us grow people and make sure they're fed. What's a profession that you'd like to do? Well, after drafting, let's make dreams come true. Let us find clay and let us find stone. For somewhere to stay, we'll expand our home. Let's find reed to build a new roof. And for our pastures, maybe a cow hoof. So, yeah, it is really weird how apparently only one person is allowed to give birth, and it's like, hey, okay, other people, hey, this is my turn. I'm getting a child now. You're not allowed to get a child, sorry. We are growing our family here. Hey, you've got to wait your turn. I mean, what's going on here? Is there, I don't know, is there one doctor, one person who's able to help give birth, and if you don't employ them, then your children die? Sorry, this is... And it's like, why is there no... Sorry, it's just really weird when you think about it, that whole expand family thing. I am, of course, talking about Agricola, in case people didn't know. But yeah. And let's go with B major. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Celine. Thank you. Oh, by the way, side tangent quickly. I have been paid 20 quid by someone to write a song about their game, so I'm going to look up the rules and stuff maybe this weekend. And yeah, I think Monday, Chaotic Shenanigans, I'm going to have a new song for you about the game that you probably won't know. I'm going to be honest. So I'm going to make it a very long song, and the final verse will basically give the game away. Like just telling you what every letter of the game is. Oh, thank you very much. I was kind of trying to think about how to. I hate the word monetize, but I did want to say, hey, if there's someone who's willing to pay me to do a sort of giveaway and like get a shout out, then I will, do that. And I want to make it something that hopefully people who are tuning in will, still get value from. First paid gig writing board game music. I have been officially paid before to play the piano in front of bars and pubs like 10 years ago. It might be the first time that I've been paid for in a musical capacity for quite a while. But yeah, for board game songs, definitely. Yeah, for board game songs, yeah. And so, anyway, it's going to be a bit longer than most of the songs that I've done thus far. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway. There's a place we can make something sweet, good for cake, but normally folk will eat. It's on its own, this tasty treat. Each day you will get cold. In the end, you want gold. It's called money, but you can't spend it. You can buy more. Cold, be quiet. Really, who are we? So many employees. Our turnover so frightening. Each day new folk arriving, and some engines roar with the fiery flames. We pushed and push some more and fulfill contracts in this game. Oh, well, enjoy your work, and I hope that you have a lovely day. To shop, corner shop, a few bits, hip hop, but some more. To the store, so number one, so do we adore you. Upgrade it, multiply, yellow bonbons, make it twice. Big blue box is the best, but quite often you want all the rest. Really, who are we? So many employees. Our turnover's so frightening. Each day new folk arriving, and some engines roar with the fiery flames. We pushed and pushed some more and fulfill contracts in this game. And for those who don't know, it is a game from the Alley Cats games. It's something I worked on. It is Chocolate Factory. And you know what? I'm going to have a bit of an early finish today. Actually, I'm almost done. I might just go through all the old songs that I've, at least these ones. It's magical, it's wonderful, asymmetrical on the back of this turtle. I mean, this isn't... I'm unsure of your question. If you want to propose a song that is out of copyright and I am allowed to sing and potentially make profit from, then absolutely I would be up for doing a live learn before finishing. I'm not sure, was that the question? Or are you asking me whether this is a live learn? Because these are lyrics that I've written before, and it is kind of a live learn in that I'm changing the tune each time, but I'm not sure of what you were asking. So, but... It is magical, it is wonderful, asymmetrical on a back of this turtle. It is colorful, all this magical world, city with these girls on a flying turtle. You'll bring trouble, dragon trouble to the shades or that bubble. You have money, maybe 50. We'll make you say a winner is me. Control the land in your hand. That is what another role demands. It is magical. It is wonderful. Asymmetrical on the back of this turtle. It is colorful, all this magic world, city with these guilds on a flying turtle. And that is, of course, a song about Discworld. There are, I believe, 7 rules, and I've only sung about 3, so in theory I should have sung about a few more, but hey-ho. House of the Rising Sun suggests Alex. I believe that is still very much in copyright. I mean, I think that anything more recent than 1950s onwards, I'm fairly sure that's still copyright. Even Fly Me to the Moon, I'm fairly sure that's still in copyright. And House of the Rising Sun, great song. I'm not against that song. And I would love to sing Fly Me to the Moon and make it part of my thing. But I know that really is House of the Rising Sun 1933. Really? Wow. I'm going to check that on the internet. House of the Rising Sun copyright. Oh, it's a folk ballad. I was unfamiliar with that. Oh, there you go. Lyrics and melody are absolutely copyrighted, says someone else. So any significant part of those elements cooked up by the animals themselves could get you into trouble. Someone else, let me look up the Wikipedia page. So it sounds like there's been a lot of changes from the animals version to the folk version. I'm not sure. I feel like I need to. So let me explain the situation while I just kind of improvise in. C major is boring. Let's go with E. Man, it's been a while since I've done E major. I mean, I normally go to C, and then it's like, oh, yeah, C is a bit boring. Let's go up to D. And it's like, hey, let's go to E. So I know a lot of people do music on Twitch, but the thing about those music performances is that those people make sure to delete any clips that are made, and they make sure to delete the VOD like within a day, so it can count as a live performance. Because apparently even playing a song, even doing a cover, can be very problematic on Twitch, is my understanding. And Rising Sun Blues, isn't a cover version fair use? I believe it is not. And hello, Nicholas, it is lovely to see you. Because apparently you can do it on Twitch as a live version, but I hear that there are a lot of people on Twitch who have had their channels taken down by DMCA. And also on YouTube, some people run into problems even. But let me look. Rising Sun Blues. Rising Sun Blues. Huh. Who wrote also? Does it? If you can find me a link to the Rising Sun Blues lyrics, then wait. Okay, I see it. Okay. So, you know what? Fine. I will let. I'm going to say. I feel like eventually I might, if we get too many live learns, I think that 1 or 2 a show is a good amount. If we get more than that, then, and people feel free, especially in my Discord, please put in a little note for any songs that you think I should check out. So let's listen. I'm going to listen to this YouTube thing to listen to a performance by Doc Watson and Clarence Ashley. Wow, this is so different to House of the Rising Sun. Anyway, and if you have more old songs, feel free to kind of put them in as a liveler or something to cover. Okay, so what I'm doing now, just to explain, is I'm listening to a recording of the song, and I'm fairly sure I couldn't use the recording, but I'm just going to try and improv to the recording to kind of get myself comfortable to the thing. So live learn rising sun blues. I'm going to pop that up. Actually, oh, that fits nicely, just above the keyboard. Perfect. Maybe I could even take off that lower banner. Nah, it was better with it on. Okay, so wait a minute. That's okay. So that was listening to it once. Okay, so I was just listening to the song again. Okay, cool. So I think, let me pause that. I think I've got a good feeling for. Oh, thank you very much. I'm glad you're enjoying it. And now I'm going to get the lyrics up, and I'm not promising anything that sounds very much like the original, but here we go. There is a house in New Orleans they call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy and me, oh God, for one. Then fill the glasses to the brim, let the drinks go merrily round, round a pub who goes from town to town. The only thing that a rounder needs is a suitcase and drum. And the only time he is satisfied is when he's on the drunk. Now, boys, don't believe what a girl tells you. The eyes be blue or brown, unless she's on some scaffold high, saying, boys and guns, come down. Go tell my youngest brother not to do the things I've done, but to shun the house in New Orleans they call the rising sun. I'm going back to New Orleans. My race is nearly run. Gotta spend the rest of my wicked life beneath that rising sun. And that is that song. So I hope that you enjoyed that. I hope that was sort of what you were looking for. And according to Stream Elements, if you want to stretch, feel free to join me or not join me. It is entirely your prerogative. I have been making sure to get out of my chair every 40 minutes since seeing a thing about, because there is a heart failure history in my family, in case people were wondering. Not that that matters. I mean, it's good for lots of people to do. We stretch now and again. So, yeah, I think next time I am going to, set up my keyboard on the stand and, yeah, for at least part of it. But, yeah, that was nice. That was fun. And I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know. And yeah, as I said, if you have any other ideas, feel free to put them into my chat or let me know in future. And I know that I started setting up that song list bot, but I'm not going to bother with it until, there's a few more songs that I know, and maybe some of these board game songs I could, write down and have. Okay, someone wants me to sing about Forbidden Island. Speaking of which, where is my list of things? Because I'm going to do one more song. Because I remember this one being quite a lot of fun in a 7/4 kind of. Okay, I'm gonna sit down. Sit down. There you go. You can see me, see the keyboard. What key is this in? Okay, it needs to be F sharp as well. For getting fuel for factories, it's really not what we need. Fiery furnaces flame, getting some green air from coal and garbage in this game. Finally fuel free, getting some green energy. Flashy feeling frenzy, your network gives a monopoly. Fear not, the fuel we got will feed the needs of this feisty lot. Fate won't wait for fans' demand. Fiendish maps and frankly quite a lot. Feeling feisty foes will keep winning because those failing factories are all I can manage, but please fund in future fuel. I buy first and that's a tool. Fancy fighting freak. I am lost, but I'm not weak. Fear not, the fuel we got will feed the needs of this feisty lot. Fate won't wait and will the fans demand fiendish maps and frankly quite a lot. Finally feel free, getting some green energy, flashy filling frenzy, your network gives a monopoly. Fear not, the fuel we got will feed the needs of this feisty lot. Fate won't wait and fans demand fiendish maps and frankly quite a lot. Well, thank you for being around, Alex. It's lovely having you. And I think that I am, as I mentioned, I might finish up a wee bit early today. It is someone's birthday, and I might be about to do something very quickly as a birthday present for the next half hour or so. And what have we done today? We have done so much. I sang a brand new song about trees and birds. I sang a couple of old songs that I've not sung in a while. I talked a wee bit about recent highlights and food, and we shared our recipes about crumpets with Vegemite and cheese, or my thing with courgettes and sweet potatoes and chickpeas. No, it's not chickpeas, it's red lentils. But I do keep getting those things confused. We had so many lovely people. Alex and CD and Elaine and now Nicholas. And, if you're watching this, then thank you for watching. And I tried to live learn thanks to Alex, which says it's not the House of the Rising Sun, it's the Rising Sun Blues And also I'm excited to watch a video very soon. Annie Ross and the Low Note Quintet. I don't know you. I am super excited to listen to this. And maybe it will be the same song, maybe it's not, but fingers crossed. I'm really, really excited for that. And thank you, Elaine and CD, for finding that for me. Anyway, if you want to find me, I am stuffbybez.com, stuffbybez.bigcards.com, twitter.com/stuffbybez, Instagram.com/stuffbybez, and twitch.tv/stuffbybez. I stream every day at 10 a.m. UK time, and some other times besides. YouTube.com/stuffbybez shows all the old shows, and stuffbybez.com/discord is where I'd like you all to go if you are wanting to get involved in any sort of discussion. And also for my game jam, which is going to be possibly on the 6th of February going forward, but I need to double check a couple of things. I need to make sure Yoda and Anna Vassenberg are okay with that. I'm thinking that potentially if Anna wants to join on the 6th, maybe we will talk, me and Anna will talk, and then maybe afterwards we'll have a break, and then we'll start up again. So it'll be like, okay, we've talked with Anna, and then maybe that will last a couple of hours, and then maybe 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, I'll be back with, the whole thing. And I guess I would probably announce the topics and the restrictions. I've got definite restrictions in mind. I'm going to reach out to 2 people to ask me for additional restrictions, and if they don't, and it'll be things that people know, and it won't be too hard. But yeah, thank you everyone, and I want to say thank you everybody for watching. Thank you everybody. This is where I guess I say thank you to all my friends and parents and family who've supported me. Thank you to everybody who's been watching along the time, whether you're watching right now or not. Thank you. If you're watching right now, then thank you. And I don't know what else to say beyond that. And so thank you. Because it's such a lovely part of my day. So, over to you, what are you up to? You can share anything you want to. So tell me, what are you up to? Whether it's something you're looking forward to doing, or whether it's some hopes and ambitions that you're going to be relieved. So I think for me, that's the difference between play and work. So for me, play is something that you kind of do because you enjoy the process. Work is something that you do because you want to have an outcome. And it depends where the focus is. I mean, you can take joy in work, and your play can become work as well. If you're starting off watching a movie and then along the way you realize, hey, you don't enjoy it, and the only reason that you're watching it is to get to the end. Then sure, it's become work. And same with a game. I mean, same with the grind, and it's all about the subjectivity within your mind. And you can. I hope you know what I'm saying. That yeah, it seems like a cop-out answer, but yeah, what is a game and what is play and what is work? It is all in our own minds. But yeah, whether it is just fun and frivolous or whether it is something you see as more serious, whether it's like a meal you're planning to eat or whether it's an exercise you're planning to do, I invite you to share, so please do. In a comment below or in a wherever the commenting system is. So I've got a bit of work, I'm going to call it work, which is a wee bit of a drawing, but I'm going to try to do it in a playful manner. But I'm very much focused on the outcome because I'm going to draw this picture for a parent and hopefully they'll like it. It's an abstract thing and we'll see. And it's going to be a little card and a little present from me. And then we'll have something for tea. We'll have something for dinner. If I'm sure you'll agree it's important that we can all eat something together. I'd like to think we might all play a little bit more of my city today, but hey, if we rummy's the way, then it's all about them. I wish I had. I want to get a loop pedal one of these. But so for my next streams, feel free to look at softbybez.com/streams. Tomorrow I'm going to have paintings on show. It's Friendly Friday Forum and anyone you know is invited to come on and join in the fun. If you want to be on screen, then honestly anyone can join in. And on Saturday, that's when Matt Warwick of the Offline Gamer podcast is going to join us. We're going to just be meeting Matt, and I'm looking forward to that. And we're going to just have a chat. How about that? Matt in a hat, having a chat. How about that? All about Matt. Matt. Interestingly, I've never actually seen Matt in a hat. But share, spread the word. I hope you're having a wonderful day. And yeah, there's not much left to say. I'm not sure if at this point it is worth doing a raid. Let me just check if there's I guess might as well just raid idle Mikael, who's streaming, and if you want to copy paste some of this or just a line of this. And I'm going to say bye bye, bye bye, this is the goodbye song. Bye bye, bye bye, thank you for watching along. Bye bye, bye bye, this is the end of the show. Bye bye, bye bye, and now it's time to go. Bye bye, bye bye, this is the goodbye song. Bye bye, bye bye, thank you for watching along. Bye bye, bye bye, this is the end of the show. Bye bye, bye bye, and now it's time to go.
Your best has arrived. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And yeah, the answer to that is a very simple yes. So the total amount of tokens that I need one for each of the different gems, and we added them up yesterday. I think it came to 45. And with that in mind, that would need to be like if these were on this sheet, they would need to be, let's say, 5 going across and 9 going down. And that will need to be filled in. 45 tokens. We can even put the first play token on there as well. So they want to be slightly smaller than the squares that they're placed on. That is indeed true. So they'll be around 1.5 we can go for. It's going to be plenty of space, basically. So yeah, we're going to be absolutely entirely fine. So the size of the punchboard token sheet will be 195 by 280. Like so. Again, it's going to be everybody's favourite full-colour print. Why did that come up as $? Because I held down shift like an idiot. And now we need to specify, with regards to the punchboard, what sort of thickness that we want. Now, obviously, the thicker punchboard is going to be easy for people to pick up. It's going to be easier for folks to handle. It'll also be a bit more durable, but of course, the more expensive, the thicker the punchboard, the more expensive it's going to be. It's not hugely expensive, but it's noticeable. When you're making thousands of something, you're always going to see that those incremental growth is a bit of a pain in the butt. Now, people in the chat saying, "Oh yeah, it should be thick. It should be as thick as my brain fog." So that's like 15 meters thick. And it's weird because you can go too thick for a token. For like that good feel. And also, you've got to consider weight as well, because, if you're shipping these games halfway around the planet, weight is important. Most games will go for sort of like, 3mm tokens as a relative standard. We could push it up to 4 or 5. So that's, if we're going to be making like this fancy version, let's go for 5mm punch. And again, I've spent punchboard exactly the same way as I did last time, punch-a-bard. Bez says, Energy Empire / Manhattan Project is the thickest I've seen. Yes, actually, they were nice and easy to pick up as well. They're not 1 centimeter. The thickest I have seen were in Sunrise City by Clever Mojo Games. And they weren't even tokens. They were basically like tiles that you would play onto the board, and you build like this lovely big, sort of like cityscape sort of thing. Actually, no, there is one that is thicker. I have a game downstairs called Roundhouse, which was made by Empress Games, and that is thick with 2 C's, like OMG thick. Again, they're punched out elements of the game. They're more sort of like, bits of the board that you add on. But holy Lord, they are chunky. So yeah, we're going to go for 5mm punch board if we need to, as Robin says in the chat. You can also was it Robin who said it? No, Rob said it. They're chunky, but you can reduce them if you need to shave costs down just those little bits. And yeah, you want them to be solid, because you can get like a punch board that's super thick and then you start pushing down on it and it gets squishy, and you don't want that. So 5 is probably the highest I would go out to it, but we might drop that down to 4 later down the line. Now, another thing we need to consider is they are going to have to make a die cut for this, because that's how you punch tokens out of cardboard. And generally, it's going to be a custom job. You can see if they have a standardized template at the factory that you're using to cut down on costs, which is always a good idea. But most of the time, they're going to have to actually handcraft or machine craft a thing that basically looks like a giant set of blades attached to a steel plate, and then it'll go boom, 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 and smash things down. And that's how you get punch board. Punch board's fun.